Hey violin people, how are we doing today? Oh, I hope it's good. So I told you last week that we were going to be starting every single one of these videos from here on out with a play-along version of the D major scale, number 64 on page 19. So head there now if you're not there already. We are going to play, instead of pizzicato and arco, we're going to play just arco today, all right? Quick reminder on this one. You guys are hopefully finding it a little bit easier to switch from the open A string to the third finger G that we find on the D string. If you are still struggling with that, play nice and slow, but we want to try and play with the music still moving. We don't want to have to completely stop the song. Remember what we say in third grade. In our round robin game, when we describe music, we say it's the movement of sound through time. That means that sound keeps moving. Even if it's slow, whether it's slow or fast, that music keeps moving. Okay. Page 19, example 64. Nice and slow, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so last week we went back to page 14. Today we're going to go back to that same set of pages, and we started looking at examples that contained the notes B, C sharp, and high D, which on these pages, they would be written without bow markings, but we're going to play them with the bow because that's a skill that we have, that's something we can do, okay? Instead of doing Old MacDonald Had a Farm on page 14 today, we are going to jump to a Mozart melody at the top of page 15. And I don't think it's going to be very long before you say, oh, I know what song that is. So let's start it out, arco. It's starting out with 2 Ds, 2 As, okay? And then that third line note, and it has a little 1 on top of it to remind us that we're using our first finger. That's B, 2 Bs, and then it goes back to A. This is what the first 2 measures sounds like, and I'm going to give you a count off just in case you want to try and play along with me. 1, 2, ready, go. And you probably already know what song it is, whether you call it Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, whether you call it the alphabet song, Ba Ba Black Sheep, all the same melody, all written by Mr. Mozart. All right, starting at that third measure, we're now going to give it 2 Gs, 2 F sharps, 2 Es, and then we end on a single D. Now the good news is this is all taking place on the D string, okay? So no strange switches like we have in our scale. And again, I'm going to give you a count off for this. Not only am I going to give you a count off for it, I'm going to play it, no, I'm not going to play it twice. I'm just going to play it once. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, it's the next section I'm going to play twice. The entire second line of this song, we can basically look at the first 2 measures and then just loop them. We can play them again. Now, if we read the notes, we've got the open A, the G, F sharp, and then E, okay? It looks a lot like the 2 measures we just played because it's starting high and it's descending as it goes. But instead of starting on G, it's starting on A. Now, you might be thinking, oh no, it's the same thing from the scale again. And you're right, it is, but because we don't have to start with a B, because we can start with that open A, we can leave our 3 fingers set up, ready to go on to G. Okay, and this one I am going to play twice in a row because that's what the second line asks for. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And the good news is you are done. Believe it or not, you are actually done. Because the bottom line there is exactly the same as the top line. You've played through the whole thing. Now, if you need to rewind yourself and try those lines again, pizzicato, great. You should do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through those same 2 lines, but now we're going to do it arco, and then we'll do one last play along at the end where we do the entire song. Okay? So here is our play along for line 1, the top line. Okay? We don't change the fingering at all, and our bowing is just down, up, back, and forth. Okay? Here we go. Should probably give you a count off, huh? Yeah. 1, 2, ready, go. Now we're going to do the second line, and we'll do both parts of it. Even though, yeah, it repeats itself, we'll do the whole second line, all 4 measures of it, okay? So we're going to set up on open A, get ready to put down that 3rd finger G. 1, 2, ready, go. That's it. And that just leaves us the last line, which, as we know, is the same as the first line, okay? Now, do watch out, because when we get to those rests, that, if we had a note there, we would have a nice, the nice ability to just go down and up. Instead, we're going to put a bow lift there, okay? So, for example, when we play the first line, it's going to go D, D, A, B, B, A. Lift and get ready to start over. G, G, F sharp, E, E, D. We'll lift to begin the second line. Anywhere in this song that you have a rest, think of that as a place to lift the bow and get ready to start on a down bow again, all right? If you're not 100% sure what I mean by that, you can go back and watch the first 2 play-alongs with the bow, or you can watch the one I'm about to do for you and just watch my bow direction, okay? Here is our final play-along. This is a Mozart melody, number 43 on page 15, and we're going to go all the way through all 3 lines. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Here's our lift. All right, I hope that whole bow lift thing helped you. Good luck playing that. That's something that I believe makes its way into 2nd year violin stuff. You guys are getting a jump start on it. And I will be back next week with a new song for us. In the meantime, be well. Goodbye.